Alright, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm in a really weird place right now. Too far away from my desk. Things are falling off my lap. Okay, that was kind of scary, not gonna lie. And he just dropped all of the eyeshadow palettes that were on my lap, which would not have been a good start to this video. I had to move around a little bit because of the sun. I already filmed like half of this video and then I realised the sun was blinding both me and the products that I was about to show. So restarting. Today I'm going to be doing a, not like a challenge, but I've been seeing this going around where people have been saying if I could only have 10 eyeshadows palettes in my collection, what would they be? And I thought, that's a good idea, why not do that myself? So here I am, I'm about to show you guys the 10 eyeshadow palettes that I've picked out. I've got about 30 to 35 or 40-ish, I can't actually remember, eyeshadow palettes in my collection. So I did like put them all down on the floor and then decide, make sure all these are balanced correctly. Firstly, I'm going to mention this one. This is my Cremated Palette by them, and this eyeshadow palette, obviously you can probably tell from the front, is this. So this is a very underused, this is a very underused eyeshadow palette in my collection because of the colour story, but I think it's so unique that I would keep it because of that. It's got the grey tones, the cool tones. It's got everything that you kind of need. So it's got light shades and obviously the dark shades. I've also got like nothing else like this in my collection. This is the only like full-on like grey toned sort of palette I own. So yeah, I think that would be one of the first ones I would definitely keep. I'm just going to continue on with the same brand, the Conspiracy palette as well, but that's his collab with Shane Dawson. I would keep this because it has got a little bit of everything. It's got the neutral shades, it's got the medium, like the middle crazy shades, like this Flaming Hot and food videos. I don't think I've got anything like this in my collection. And it's got like the nice darker shades as well, and I think it's just got a real good mix of everything, and I think it would just work really, really well. It's got a mix of like the shimmers, the glitters, the mattes. So I know I'm not really favouring them by this brand on purpose. I don't really support them anymore, but I would also save this again because it's got the bright eyeshadows, it's got the green, the purples, and it's a little bit unique. The only downside is, of course, I am already duplicating the Diet Root Beer shade because that is also a shade in the Conspiracy palette. But one of the main reasons I would keep these also is because they're really well pigmented and they last a long time. There's a lot of product in these pans, so that's why I would keep like the Jeffree Star brand because they just last a long time. Okay, next up is this. This is my Naked 2 palette, and I would keep this because it's kind of like more cool toned, I would say, in my collection. I've got like warmer toned neutrals, but not really many cooler tones. So I'd keep this for that purpose only. It's got like these shimmers as well. It's mainly shimmery shades as well, which I just really enjoy. But that's okay because I go to my fifth palette, which is this. This is my Revolution Ultra Professional Eyeshadow in Flawless Matte. This looks like this. This has got neutrals, but all in matte. And they are really good like base shades, like setting shades, blending shades, you name it. I find this so useful, and I really love this. Okay, next I would keep this. This is my Mercury Retrograde palette, and I would keep it because these eyeshadows are stunning. I don't own many eyeshadows that are like this. This eyeshadow palette has got like 4 different textures. It's got mattes, it's got creamy metallics, glittery powders, and a sheer multi-reflective shadow. Like, you've got it all in here. It's got really usable eyeshadows, and they're perfect for when you want to have bright looks. But you can also like darken it as well down here. Again, it's really nice to have like topper shades. I find that the glittery shades are such a nice like finisher offer and like topper. Then I have this. This is my Gingerbread Too Faced palette. And I would save this because it's got more warm toned neutral shades in it. It's got a couple of, well, it's got a really random like bright shade here. I find like this pink is a little bit out of whack. I don't really know why it's part of this palette much, but all of these other shades I think are quite warm toned. I find that this shade here on the end is quite unique as well, as is this one up here. I don't really own shadows that have that sort of kind of like golden sort of vibe to them. It's got some dark shadows as well, so you can make it a bit more gothy, or you can have it be like really summery over here. I do feel like this does fall over quite full time, like, that's not very English. Autumnal. Yeah, very autumnal shades. Then we would keep this. This is my Novena Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. And I just find I love this one. It was a hard choice between this palette or my Renaissance one of this. But I think I would choose this one again because it's got the sort of eyeshadows that I kind of warm to a lot more. Like that purple is stunning, that pink is stunning. These shades down here. The pigment on here is really nice as well. Also, Soul is such a unique eyeshadow. I don't think I've ever seen a colour like this anywhere else. And then next, I would keep this. This is my Take Me Back to Brazil palette. This is a very colourful palette. I thought I would stick to just one palette that is very, very colourful like this. I've got a few of them that are bright colours, but I thought this one makes most sense. This has got the most pigment. If I want to have a bright eyeshadow, I tend to lean towards this palette, highlighting sort of shades down here and a black as well, so it's got everything. Finally, we have got this. This is my Nars Skin Deep palette. I'm currently working on this a lot, so I've been wearing it a lot. So this has got really great coverage, and I feel like this is a perfect neutral palette, like officially neutral. Like there's no other eyeshadows that aren't neutral in here. It's got the shimmers, it's got the mattes. This is such a well thought out palette and I love it so much. And the fact that it lasts a long time. I've been working on this for over a year now and still not finished working on this. So there we go. This is the collection. I have in my collection, to be honest with you, I don't really have very many like cool toned palettes. So it was kind of difficult for me to not pick warm toned palettes because I own most of them. But what I found the most difficult was to select the neutral palette because I pretty much own a lot of them in my collection. Like over half of my palettes are just neutral shades that are very similar. No idea why I made myself buy those eyeshadow palettes when I pretty much own the same in other brands, but so yeah, there we go. Those are my choices. The day I own just 10 palettes again will be insane. Like I think that's my goal, is to just own 10 palettes that are all like unique. I just don't know how I'm going to get there. Like I think most of what I own is just going to be with me for my entire life unless I get a reaction, and then I'll throw them away. But I don't throw away palettes or eyeshadows or any item or makeup category, actually, if they don't give me a reaction. Well, they don't smell funny, I keep them. So yeah, some of these have been here for a long time, and yeah, there we go. I'm going to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I shall see you guys next week. Oh, that was close. This nearly just fell. Alright, bye guys. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was very close.